For joining us on this Absolutely As Above, So Below. We're talking about Virgo. We're talking about energy, frequency, and vibration. And this As Above, So Below, Venus energy. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for being a part of what we do on this platform. Thank you so much for the likes, so much for the shares. Also, guys, for those comments up on those videos that I did earlier. Madam Oshun, thank you so much for the love that you show on my platform. We appreciate you so very much. I want to say to my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, I want to say thank you for being a part of this platform. What's up there, my baby Scorpio Keish in the house? And then I got Shamari from Chi-Town. What's up there, babe? Good to see you on the live. And this is Friday. This is talking about laws of attraction. And y'all know I want to share something. First of all, I want to say hello to my Madrina, to my Padrinos, to my brothers and sisters in the ATRs. I also want to say salutations to my church family, also to my TikTok family, my Instagram family, and my YouTube family as well. I want to say to each and every one of you guys, I am honored to be a part of what God is doing in your life. And thank you so much for trusting me with your spiritual needs. What's up there, Cassandra, the Capricorn goat up in here. And then we got my Pisces, my Boaz in the house. And we got Marley Rogers, Cancer. What's up, love? And then we have Divine Sybil. Thank you so much for being with us. We got so many, we got some good stuff tonight. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about tonight is I'm going to be dealing with relationships. I'm going to be dealing with conjure. Yes, Minister Mario, son of a church, said we live. I want to say to my Christian buddy before we get started, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. I want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Hello to each and every one of you. What's up there, Karen O'Brien? How you doing, love? Gemini. Yes, baby. And appreciate each and every one of you guys. Now, I do realize that a lot of us don't like to label ourselves when it comes to, I want you to do a nail conjure for me. Okay, all you got to do is, for that nail conjure, make sure you cash out, but make sure you put down there nailed it and put on there what you want me to nail down. Okay, don't forget that. Oh, you send the email? Okay. Oh, it's Shamari, the phone, I don't know, like, I can't even tell you all of our phones. I've been trying to call. All kind of crazy stuff been going on. So it's been something with the tower with T-Mobile. I don't know. Me and my cousin was trying to talk today. It just was not working out. Great to see. Wait a minute. I see my Pisces. Great to see and hear your teacher. Oh, thank you there, Darius, my Pisces. And then we got my Natasha Foster from North Carolina. I text my request to my nail. Okay, got you. I don't know what our phone's been acting crazy, but we got a lot of you guys stuff in anyway. So I want to talk about this now. You may not find yourself desiring to do this, or you have done this before. You went to somebody to get work done concerning a relationship, whether it's been with a child, whether it's been a marital relationship, whether it's a side piece. I want to talk about it today because my platform is about truth. My platform is about universal laws and how they are applicable, and why or why not would you do type of energy work or spell work or any type of conjure when it comes to relationships. Well, a part of self-love is understanding your frequency, your vibration, and what's attracted to you and what you are attracted to. And a lot of times when I'm faced with people that want me to do love work, I constantly tell them, first of all, I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries, my rising sign Pisces. I look at relationships like a business. If you enlist me to do any type of conjure work or prayer work or any type of necromancy with your loved ones or any type of relationship, business relationship, I think very different than most people. And I want to explain something, y'all, because a lot of times when you getting love work done, depending on the practitioner, or you getting the work done in a relationship, a lot of that stuff that some of y'all be so busy trying to look for something to happen that you create issues that you don't want to have to deal with in the end. Now, it takes a wise man to win a soul. Let me say that again. It takes a wise man or woman to win a soul, okay? And what I mean by that is you have to understand the soul that you trying to win. It's no different than going out there fishing. You got to understand what you're trying to pull out the water. You understand? You got to understand what you may catch. You got to understand how much work may have to go into before you're able to apprehend that particular fish, or whether you're going lobster hunting or whatever. And you still have to consider there's other things out there in that sea you might have to contend with as why you trying to apprehend what you're trying to catch. Now, all that said to say this. I take relationships very seriously. Even as a side piece, I know I understand my position. Now, I do realize that other people, when they get into relationships, they don't set boundaries. They don't have bylaws. They run amok. And that's why a lot of times when you're trying to do work on relationships, you got to understand, you got to deal with that individual. One thing my mom taught me, what's up there, Sister Brickhouse, Sagittarius in the house? One thing my mom taught me is that you don't own people. A lot of y'all get into conjure ATRs, voodoo, hoodoo, and you don't watch so much television so that you believe that if you put a spell on somebody, that means you can treat that person any kind of way and there's no repercussion. And that, sir, ma'am, is not true. I also want to explain something to y'all. When you have damage, because I'm trying not to go there tonight, but when you have damaged your relationship, whether with your child, with your mother, with your family member, with your boss, with your co-worker, with your husband, your wife, that a lot of the relationships that I find myself working on for people, y'all done F them relationships up in so many different ways. And the attitude that you have, you think that conjure is going to make that person forget what you said and what you have done. Okay? I would not have 3 baby mamas if it worked like that. You understand? I want to give y'all a scripture. And I want to talk, my lives are not for children. Because when it comes to relationships, I think that people miss the mark. What's up, tree? What's up, tree? Aries, come through. All right there. All right. Proverbs 15:1. Let me say it like this. To all of you that want reconciliation work done, you want to attract people to your business, we're going to talk about something, because I want to talk about magic in relationships. Magic regarding relationships. Okay? And this is why this is important. First of all, Proverbs 15:1, it says, soft answers turn away wrath. Now, to all of y'all that claim to want to be in a relationship, you don't know how to diffuse wrath. If you want to be successful in relationships, even if somebody is upset, even if somebody is stirred, you must become a type of person that knows how to de-escalate situations, circumstances. That's whether it's in your business, whether it is in relationships and family, whether it is in relationships in intimacy. A lot of times people lack skill. A lot of times people lack patience to understand what is going on, and they read into the situation. Yes, I just was thinking about that verse today. Come on here, Karen Cartwright. Now, then it said, but grievous words stir up anger. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, when we're talking to grown people, stop made like that magic is going to make that person forget all that BS you done said. Huh? Now, like I tell people, I'm a Sagittarius. I speak my mind. I say what I say. But I also, as a Sagittarius, I take accountability, because I realize when I say certain things, I can't take it back. I ain't got no intention of taking it back. But I do realize that you change how people may see you or feel about you when you say certain things. Okay? I do realize when I get on this platform and I use certain languages and I carry myself and I speak certain way, that some people I draw to me and some people I drive away. A part of being grown is understanding that you not only understand the words that are coming out your mouth, but other people have the right to respond to what's coming out your mouth. Now, if you are trying to create peace in your relationship, then as a grown man or woman, you're going to watch what you say. You can't be saying let me tell you, the Bible said like that. In order to have friends, you got to show yourself friendly. For all of y'all that go around here, and I didn't say faking and pretend to be somebody's friend. I'm talking about being friendly. Because some of y'all don't know how to be friendly. Y'all know how to be fresh. Y'all know how to be conniving and deceitful. But you don't know how to be friendly. Do unto others as you would have unto. This is how you get wholesome relationships. A lot of times when I'm doing conjure for people, and I set them their names or their pictures in front of certain spirits, right? These I set them in front of love spirits to see if there's really love in that relationship. A lot of you guys don't have love in relationships. Y'all have relationships where you feel like you actually own the individual. Because anybody that you love, you're going to care for and you're going to cherish. Most people they love what other people do. They don't necessarily love the individual. Because let me explain something to you. A part of loving somebody and first loving yourself is understanding yourself. And if you understand yourself, you're going to also understand the person that you call yourself love. When you're not taking out the time to actually understand who you're dealing with, that's not love. That means that you see some type of benefit in that individual. I don't care if you gay, I don't care if you straight, I don't care if you are a good steward over God's inheritance, I don't care if you are poor management of time. At the end of the day, it's all about relationship. So we talking about attraction. So how can I attract something in my life that I am not? The reason why some of you guys mess up is because you're not evolving. You have spent majority of your life lying to people you claim to love. You have spent most of your life breaking up the trust that is necessary for a relationship to be healthy and thriving. When people do work on your relationship, y'all don't understand this. So many of y'all want to believe somebody doing roots, conjure to tear up your relationship. When the truth of the matter is, they can only influence your relationship. If there is any deceit in your relationship, that spirit is going to be able to go in there and work with that. If y'all are honest and upright with each other, it is hard to break those relationships. I don't care if it's a business relationship. I don't care if it's a mother and daughter relationship, a father and son relationship. I don't care if it's brothers and sisters. When you are always airing out the carpet and you are always not sweeping stuff under the rug, it's hard for people to bring dissension between people when there's a level of honesty and trust in those relationships. It don't matter what kind of relationship. A lot of the businesses go down when people attack those businesses because the people that work in those businesses already got problems with the owner, the employees, or whatever going, or their pay rate. There's already issues. So all the spirit has to do is influence that person to act upon their dislike. Act upon. They can't make anybody do. This is why I get upset when people when they try to put a lot of the lack of responsibility that they did not create a healthy relationship on witchcraft and sorcery. Nobody can make that man love you. Nobody can make that woman love you. That person has to have something for you, and then we can enhance that spiritually. This is why I don't like when people lie to me about where they are in relationships. If you know that that man or that woman ain't in love with you, then don't come to me to try to make somebody love you. Now, if you want to have a healthier relationship, then, and let me explain something to y'all. When you are working with people, do not forget you have to deal with their ancestors, especially if you're trying to reconcile people, especially when you're trying to bring certain people. In order, even in business, if I'm working on a situation, I have to bring favor to that individual that I'm working for, and then I have to make them. Let me say this: I have to brighten their light so they can be seen. The problem with that, if I brighten your light, it's almost like somebody putting a spotlight on you and you ain't ready. Somebody putting a spotlight on you and you don't have nothing to offer, or you don't have nothing to present. You can't be out here just saying that you want certain things in relationships and you not doing no work. You're not making certain adjustments in your life. The reason why I expect a lot out in relationships, I don't care what kind of relationship it is, because I give a lot. So I have a right to want something out of what I'm giving. A lot of you guys want a whole lot out of these relationships, whether they're financial relationships, whether they're sexual relationships, whether they are family-oriented relationships, but you're not putting nothing in and you're not making them healthy. Because in order to have solid relationship that can stand the test of time, there are certain elements that need to be involved. Okay, let's talk about it. So we do realize as grown people, our mouths, what come out of our mouth can make it either easier to reconcile or to have a relationship, or what comes out of our mouth can make it hard. Huh? Always throwing up what you doing for people turn anybody off. I don't care if it's in a business relationship. I don't care. It doesn't mean that you don't have to acknowledge what you invest in people, but the point is, if you're trying to have healthy relationships, then it needs to be reciprocity. There needs to be a reciprocation, and so therefore you don't feel used, you don't feel violated, you don't feel drained because somebody pouring into you and you pouring into somebody else. Okay, now I wrote these things down here. Because when it comes to reconciliation work, and this is healthy for a lot of y'all that I'm doing work for, or if you want me to do work for you, I'm the type of person, for whatever reason, that some of y'all think I'm fit to go out here and blow somebody up just to prove to you that I'm doing work for you. Let me say it to you like this, so real slow. When it comes to relationship, I don't want to injure that individual in order to bring them back to you. The point is, I done had people do love work on me. I done been married. People done prophesied because I'm in the church world. So they done prophesied that me and my exes was going to get back together. Let me explain something, y'all, about prophecy or any type of fulfillment. They can influence the individual. Let me tell you what happened to me. First of all, I had children in both of my marriages. So I have 3 kids, but they all 3 from different women. Well, I do keep the family legacy alive. So in the situation, when I come back around, I see the very thing that I had a problem with in the beginning. A spirit, a prayer, an invocation, a working is not going to make the person go blind to the issue that they had in the beginning. If you really trying to have a relationship with anybody for any reason, that's even with my children. My relationship with my children are healthy because I know how to apologize. My children know how to apologize. My children know how to pay me back if they borrow money from me. My children know that I don't try to manipulate them into doing what I want to do. I can tell them that I disagree with something, or I would rather them not do it, but I respect them enough to live their life. When you want healthy relationship, you want somebody to be in a relationship with you because they want to be. Just like I want you guys to help me and support me because you want to. I don't want a relationship based off I done planted something down and influencing you to the point that you are out of your mind where you're doing stuff for me that ain't. So when you say I love you, Apostle Edo, or I appreciate it, really ain't true. No, I'd rather us go through changes. I'd rather us go through disagreements. I'd rather us go through ups and downs. At least it's real. At least we want to be in that relationship. And therefore our relationship can grow. So therefore when we don't agree, I still know you got my back. Even though you say something that I don't like, I know you don't mean it as in that you don't care about me. You understand? This is the kind of stuff that I mean that when we are grown and we're utilizing magic, some of y'all think because you doing magical workings on your relationship that y'all not going to have a problem. That's not true. Just because that y'all are a good match don't mean y'all not going to have issues. Just because y'all are strong in each department that is necessary doesn't mean that y'all not going to have some weak moments. And this is the type of stuff that I say that people need to be grown about. I don't want to get hurt no more in love. Baby, that's what life is. Just because people love you, they don't know all, they don't see all, and they don't hear all. So therefore, they're going to hurt you. They're not without flaws. And even if they were flawless, you wouldn't want them anyway. Because then you'll turn the relationship in telling them, oh, you think you all of that. You don't, oh, that's right. I forgot. You don't never do nothing wrong. I forgot. You ain't, your doo-doo just go straight to heaven and go gold bars. That's what we do in relationship when we have insecurities that we don't know how to deal with. When we have our loved ones advancing and growing. Do you know how to deal with people when they are expanding? Do you know how to deal with people that you love that need to move on in life and you might not be able to help them in certain spaces, but you still should want them to be there? Huh? All this mindset, I'm your everything. You can't be my everything because you ain't everything to yourself. That's why Minister Mario, son of Ochoa, is saying that song, God is my everything. You can't be nobody everything because you ain't everything to you. Just like I ain't everything to me. I want to talk about healing in relationships. I want to talk about the influence of those relationships. I want to talk about the trust in those relationships. I want to talk about the attraction of those relationships. And I want to talk about the love in those relationships. Are you an asset or are you a liability? Come seek, come saw. Better burn the love incense with some mental. I know that's right, kid. And this is why I tell some of you all, just because I'm doing work for you don't mean you don't need to do your spiritual hygiene. If you're trying to do love work, you need to be burning my love incense. You need to get your mind right when it comes to relationship. Stop looking at that man or woman as a source of revenue or a source of making you feel better, and understanding that a healthy relationship, there's duality in those relationships. And that's why I tell people, how in the world you know more about fish and animals than you know about your partner? How is that? Huh? How is that? If you invested the same way you invest in your children and any other healthy relationship, you ought to know how to make that relationship thrive. I'm going to say that again. One thing I have learned, not take that back, a couple things I learned from my mom. When I'm around and I'm in people's life, I put work in. Huh? No, if you in a relationship that's even on my job. When I had my supervisor roll with me last Friday. And he was like, oh my God, you're doing, even though I'm a senior driver, even though I've been there 28 years, I work. Nobody comes on my truck. Nobody comes behind me and makes me look bad. You know why? Because I do my job. A lot of y'all get in relationship, and I tell them women and men in my church, you do not make your main job once you get into a relationship with somebody is to make it difficult, near damn impossible for the cleanup woman or the cleanup man. That's your only job. Your only job is to make the bar hard so that hoe chokes or bams her forehead, or that Negro bams his forehead trying to get your standard. That's your only job. Your job is not to go and worry about who wants your man or who wants your woman, huh? You spend more time trying to be something to everybody else when you're in a relationship. These are facts, y'all. This grown people talk. And at a certain age, you shouldn't be worried about what nobody else is saying. You should be worried about life insurance. You should be worried about health insurance. You should be worried about where y'all going to travel, where y'all going to go. That's what you need. You should be worried about what the next level for your business. You should be worried about who licking, sucking, and not that. At a certain age, when it comes down to conjugal and relationship, and when you cannot have people that have common sense conversation, are you a liability or an asset? Do you have somebody in your life, if you got down sick right now, they got you? Do you got somebody in your life right now, you didn't have no finances, that they wouldn't sit on their ass and say, oh well, we don't have what we, or are they gonna get up and make it happen? Huh? Do you got a business partner that when the sales go down, they get out there and they start, some of y'all got to be like Mace the rapper, that Mace start selling his CDs out of his trunk. See, when you determine and you want a relationship to thrive and to be healthy and survive, then you make the necessary adjustments. That's why I say I don't want to talk to grown people. I don't care if you Chinese. I don't care if you Puerto Rico. I don't care what your. I don't care if you biracial, triracial. I don't care if you gay. I don't care about that. What I care about is if you're trying to do magic in relationship and you're not realizing that only thing a spirit can do is influence what is or is not there. Instead of you spending your time trying to make your house a happy home where everybody wants, including the roaches in the neighbor house, they want to leave their house to come over because you got so much going on in your house that even the dog in the neighbor's yard want to be in your house. Huh? Is you spending enough time that your relationship, that how you treat people, people can envy you. The way that Joseph, the reason why Joseph's brothers did him that way, because of how God and his father showed love. See, my love can make somebody jealous of you, huh? You could be not hitting on 50 cents, but the way I cater to you, the way that I serve you, the way that I pray for you, the way that I intercede for you, the way that I fight for you, they say, damn it, I want that too. That's a relationship. But some of y'all sit there and you just take them 24 hours in a day and say, well, oh, if they love me, they'll do this. You're not a child. You a grown-ass woman, a grown-ass man. What were you thinking? And so God is going to bring his cream of the crop to your life so you can F him up or her up. If you in a straight relationship, if you in a good business relationship, why would God, the Almighty Divine Mother, bring certain type of people in your life where they are that way and you ain't that way with them? You just taking. I go out my way to make sure people that I care about are not made ashamed. Some of y'all don't understand that. And then when I'm doing love work for you, understand that Apostle Ely know what love is. I know the difference between love. I know the difference between lust. I know the difference between that. You don't want that individual with that other man or woman, and it's a get back. Toxic deserves toxic. Exactly, Trey. At the end of the day, energy attracts energy. The energy that you bring in the relationship, I don't care how many candles you burn. You got to. That's why I tell some of y'all, especially y'all earth sign, my oil of gladness, my mental clarity. Some of y'all that with these mindsets and you can't make up your mind, you always in your head. You need clarity of thought. You need to learn, get that high jump and master your mind. Nobody else should know how to execute your thoughts better than you. Nobody should have a better understanding of what's healthy for you and what's not healthy for you, especially in relationships. This is why I tell people, trust is a must with me. And then when I find that I can't trust you on certain levels, I might be able to trust you on other levels. This is what I mean by I know how far to go with people. I trust you to be who you are. You don't trust yourself enough. That's why you do what you do. In relationships. See, let me tell y'all something. I grew up old school. If I'm going to do conjure for you, I'm telling you straight up, I'm old school. Your word need to be your bond. You need to take accountability. Huh? You got to know how to circle back and say, I'm sorry. Some of y'all running around here talking about something, you worried about how good your booty is. After a while, your ass going to be on the ground because gravity over time going to say, then when you ain't got that, then what? When your money don't do it no more. When your looks don't do it no more, then what? Energy follow thought. Look at how you think. What you think going to manifest. I show you now. Yes, I made mistakes in the past. Burning brick. Thank you, Divine Silver. That's the honesty what I'm talking about. Let me tell y'all something. There's a reason why I teach the way that I teach. Because a lot of y'all saying y'all want relationships, and in order to prosper into, people got to be able to trust you. People be on the, why do people give him? Why they support him? Like, because they trust me and I work hard for their trust. And when some of y'all get out here and talking about what I ain't done, I go back and I talk to Minister Mario. I said, let's go back over here because I don't want nobody to think, listen, I want to be able to serve you well. I serve you like I want to be served. I don't care if you was a trash ass customer. I'm still going to serve you well because that's who I am. How you are is represented to how you try to serve me back. But how I serve you has a lot to do with who I am. And that's why I conduct myself in any relationship. Huh? Anybody would be glad to have me as a side piece because I know how to behave. Huh? I don't go out there trying to underhand and become the main entree. Let me tell you something. I never compete with spaces and people life. People gonna love me for me. And that's what a lot of y'all don't get. You can have all the quirks in the world. You can have all the shortcomings in the world. If you are authentically who you are, people going to still love you for who you are. The good, the bad, and the indifferent. The moment you as a grown man or grown woman decide you're going to be who you are, then you can stop allowing other people to blackmail you, manipulate you. And then therefore when you pray and you deal with somebody like me, you burn my love incense, then you burn my mental clarity, and then you willing to go in there and make a house a home. A chair is still a chair when there's no one sitting there. But a house, it's not a home. I want to talk to y'all. I want y'all to stop making hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo look weak when it comes to relationship. When you yourself don't understand how to maintain a healthy relationship. First of all, let's break up relationship. Relate. Ship. What? How do we relate? What do we relate about? Do we put another investment in our relate that it can become strong? And so therefore, when we get in the ship, which means that two can't walk together except they agree. So when we come together as businessmen or businesswomen, or we come together as you say, come on, Luther. Come on here, huh? When you think about that, I ask people all the time, okay, if you get a good looking man, can you deal with the attention that he get? If you get a fine woman, can you deal? Why in order for you to feel secure? Okay, let's talk about this. I put on here, what type of relationship exists? What's the glue that binds you together? Huh? What makes you confident in that relationship? What makes y'all strong? Because you damn sure know what makes y'all weak. So let me ask you the question. What makes y'all strong, and what are you doing to make it stronger? All the magic in the world that people forget. This is why when it comes to conjure and you relating to the Mother Nature and Father Sky and all, this is why you have such a problem with that. Because you don't know how to relate to people, places, and things. You can get what you want. You can get your desire. But you don't know how to treat nobody. You don't know how to talk to nobody. You feel like you got to undermine everybody so you can maintain your relationship. How about you maintain your relationship and your relationship put everybody else in check? My mom told me and my sister, if you in a relationship with somebody, you never go to the outside person because you're not in a relationship with them. A lot of y'all like to check other men and women instead of checking your own ass, checking your own relationship, because something is going awry in that relationship. That you feel threatened. You should be confident in your relationship. If you're doing what you're supposed to do in your relationship and that person decides to violate that relationship, baby, that means that you don't have. That's why I never go back in relationship. That's why reconcile with me. You're not going to reconcile with me. I'm done. I did everything I felt I can do in that relationship to keep it afloat. You didn't want it like that. I moves on. Magic is understanding the energy of your relationship. I don't care who it is. If you're poor, your relationship with the rich. If you're sick, your relationship with health. Huh? For all of y'all that claim that you want to do real conjure, what is it? I wrote down here, sweetness versus kindness. Your love language. What is it that you really want? And most of y'all, especially if you you're female, this is what I tell y'all. And this is for the straight female, this is for the bi female, and this is for the gay female. Y'all spend more time in relationships worrying about what other people think about your relationship than you actually be in your relationship. Now call me a lie. You spend more time worrying about what somebody else thinks and feels about your relationship than you're actually involving yourself in your relationship. And you're more mad about what people think about your relationship than actually what's going on in your relationship. And then when something breaks that relationship, now you pissed off. But you the one made it easier for people to interfere because you always were. Let me tell y'all something. You don't get in a relationship. If you get along with their family, fine. But they don't have. And don't go in there trying. And this is another thing what y'all do. Y'all go in there trying to rearrange people's life. That is not your job. Huh? You met her as a stripper. That's what she is. Relate to it. You understand? That's what you got. Now all of a sudden you want her to be a housewife and you want her to be better. That ain't who you got. That ain't who you married. That ain't who you came in covenant with. And now all of a sudden, cause you getting around your boy and they throwing out bills at her cause she ready to twerk. Now you want to make like everybody else a problem. No, know what you getting in a relationship with. Ain't nothing quiet about me. I run my mouth. I talk all kind of trash. Know what you getting in a relationship with. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm a full-blooded Sagittarius. Think about it, y'all. When it comes to spirituality and you praying and you're trying to relate to God, relate to ancestors, relate to Orishas, relate to Loas, you're trying to relate to spirits in the water, spirits in the fire. That takes time. A lot of times I spend so much time, especially doing love work, cleaning up what y'all done messed up. You done spent years messing those situations up. Okay. All right. Guys, I gotta pause. I come back.